it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for April 2025. So on April 30th, we are going to have our final Astro event for the month, and it's a pretty important one. We have Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, and money, re-entering into the Aries energy. So we have to kind of take a pause and do a little bit of a recap. Venus first entered into Aries energy February 4th and stayed in that Aries energy while she retrograded. She got to that 10 degree in Aries, she went retrograde, she crept back in that Aries energy, dipped back in the Pisces energy, and went direct April 12th, and has been retracing her steps through that Pisces energy ever since, and of course was a major star of the show here last week with the karmic activation points between Saturn and Venus and that North Node. And of course, the moon in Pisces swept in at the end of it, kind of sealed the deal for all of us. And of course, Venus is in her rulership right now in Taurus season over this new moon in Taurus that we just had. So her re-entering into this Aries energy, the very first sign of the zodiac, is hella monumental. First of all, there's going to be a major shift in the energy. We are hella spicy in the Aries energy. It is a fire sign. It is a cardinal fire sign at that, which means that we're ready to initiate. We're ready to jump into something new. We're ready to kind of, advocate for ourselves. And where Venus is concerned, she is not messing around. She just had this major rebirth, this major renewal of her soul and her spirit through that retrograde energy. And of course, can't talk about the retrogrades without talking about the eclipse energies. That, of course, was a major activation point for her as well, as she closed a 2-year chapter of us getting to know thyself so that we can heal thyself, so that we could break away from codependent relationships and start building the relationship dynamic within ourselves. Why? Because Venus is about creation. We have been activating our co-creator abilities over the last couple of years, and we are definitely testing them out here this year in the year of 9. This is an experimental year. This is us dabbling in the endings and closures needed before we jump into the beginnings that aren't technically going to be permanent until early 2026. And so this is a very interesting dynamic. Of course, Venus in this Aries energy, she is